What if I told you that the coffee grounds that you throw away when you make a fresh pot of coffee actually have a lot of different uses? If you don't believe me, you should stick around because today I'm sharing 5 different ways you can reuse coffee grounds in order to reduce your food waste. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kelly and this is my channel Made to Sustain, where I help you use simple tricks that are made to sustain you and the planet. Let's start with why is this important. Coffee is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world. According to a study in Statista in 2021 and 2022, over 10.5 metric tons of coffee were consumed globally. That's a lot of coffee, and while tossing them in the trash might seem like an obvious next step, 10.5 metric tons equals a lot more coffee grounds that can be used for other purposes. So let's get started with 5 different ways that you can reuse spent coffee grounds. The first one is my go-to, and that is to compost your coffee grounds. So coffee grounds actually add a lot of nitrogen to your soil. If you're not familiar with composting is called liquid gold by many gardeners and sustainable food advocates because it reintroduces nutrients back into the soil that were taken out by the crops that were planted there. So coffee is nitrogen rich and it helps add nitrogen back into the soil, essentially making plant food for your garden. The next way that you can reuse coffee grounds is actually by having them be an odor absorber. So coffee grounds, once they're dried out, so you can do that by laying them flat on a baking sheet and wait until they dry out, and then you can stick them in a bowl and put them in your refrigerator to help absorb any bad odors that are in there. It's a really great and efficient way that takes almost no energy to do it, just a little bit of time, and it helps clear out your refrigerator from bad odors. The next way that you can reuse spent coffee grounds is by making an exfoliating skin scrub. So what you do is you take coffee grounds, sugar, and coconut oil, and you can mix them all together to make almost like a paste, and then you can put it on your face or use it on your legs to help exfoliate dead skin away. One tip I will warn about doing this though is make sure that the coffee grounds don't go down your drains because they will clog them. Wiping it away with either a towel or a washcloth and making sure that that doesn't go down the drain. The coffee and the sugar scrub is something that you can compost, which makes it really a simple way to use. The fourth way that you can reuse coffee grounds is that the compounds found in coffee are actually natural repellents for insects, particularly pest insects that can attack your garden. So you can add the coffee grounds directly in your compost. You can actually add the coffee directly onto your soil to create a barrier to keep away different pests that might destroy your garden. The last way that you can reuse spent coffee grounds is actually by using them as a dye for arts and crafts projects. If you take the wet coffee grounds and you smear them across a piece of paper, you'll actually stain them a brown color, which adds a kind of vintage effect to paper. So if you're looking for a way to make your paper look a little bit vintage, a little bit dated, using spent coffee grounds is a great way to do that. I hope you found these 5 different ways to reuse spent coffee grounds interesting, and let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite and which one you're looking forward to trying next. Thanks so much again for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.